we appear to be up and running. We're just gonna chill out here on the starting screen for a little bit. While I keep an eye on the gaming news that I need to be aware of. Dooby-doo. You can turn that down slightly. I think this is probably better. How is everyone doing today? I am sleepy and only going to get more sleepy as today goes on. 11 PM, state of play. I'm going to remember to put tomorrow's state of play on my schedule, because that's happening now. Gotta remember about that. Hey, Tara. Glad to hear you got a walk in today. Heck yeah. Hope it was nice weather at least. I did not get to go on a walk today, but I'm hoping to go on a nice walk tomorrow, if the weather is nice. Once I've gotten some of my chaotic work out of the way. I am currently in the midst of preparing for a work presentation I have to give tonight, starting at 1 AM and finishing at 3 AM. Which is never a great time to have to give a new kind of presentation I've not done before for the first time. So I'm streaming the Plucky Squire early, so I can hopefully have a little bit of a nap before I have to get up and be like, hello, presentation, thoughts and opinions, ooh. It is important to do so, hell yeah. Right. Give it another couple of minutes and we'll jump into the dramatic third act of the Plucky Squire, which should be our final stream of the game, I think. Before hopefully streaming some Echoes of Wisdom on Wednesday, I think is the plan. Hey, Thousand Young. How are you doing? Oh, I've got a control lot access to edit tomorrow as well still. I'm gonna be so sleepy. I'm gonna be so sleepy. Hey, Artist Synth. For any of you who didn't catch it, what time is it now? It's 8:30 in the UK. 11:30 PM UK tomorrow, so like 2.5 hours later than now, we'll get the State of Play, the PlayStation Direct. So I'll be around to stream that tomorrow. We'll do a little bingo card for it, assuming I like finish Queer and Pleasant Strangers recording in time. It'll be lovely. Thousand Young, you purportedly exist. It's not sounding hugely confident, but I'll take your word for it that it's accurate that you exist. How am I? I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy. I had to prep for a work presentation today that's happening from 1 till 3 AM because of time zones. So I gotta give a kind of presentation I've never given before to a bunch of people I don't know at silly o'clock in the morning. So that's gonna be fun. Right, I think it's time. Let's jump in. Let's jump in. Or I'm gonna say probably 2.5 hours. Like 2 to 2.5 hours. I reckon it'll be long enough for us to finish the Plucky Squire. Maybe 3 hours. For anyone who...
One such disloyal subject was the wretched Squire Jot, who found himself now imprisoned in a cell in the depths of deep doom, which was exactly where he belonged.
Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't remember or wasn't around for last stream of the Plucky Squire, the villain won. He rewrote the book, and we are now no longer playing the Plucky Squire. We are in a book called The Magnificent... I forget his fucking name. The Magnificent Evil Bad Wizard. And he's rewritten the book, and we are now a prisoner in his world of fascism. There's a heavy iron gate that was very much shut. The broken wall only led to another cell. Haha! Well, that's fine. The heavy iron gate is now broken. Terrace says, I found it funny that Jeff Keighley got into a fight with a satire website because they called him a bootlicker. I completely missed this. Please send me links if you can. I would love to see Jeff Keighley getting wound up. Because he is a bootlicker. He's a pretty clear fucking bootlicker. You gotta kind of own it if you're gonna be that kind of industry spokesperson face, but like, oh, that sounds delicious. Alright, let's explore this man's fascism factory. The vent looked very foreboding and not at all like a convenient passageway anywhere. Humgrump. Humgrumph. That's the wizard's name. I think he's trying to mislead me into not going in this very cool vent.
The traitor Jot peered into the terrifying darkness of the vent, inside which awaited a frightening and ultimately lonely death.
I love that because Humgrumph has taken over the book, the narration has turned against you. Like, that's such a fun idea. Ooh. Okay, run.
The energy beam looked warm and enticing.
He did not. He did not look warm and enticing. Oh, tiny mouse. Tiny mouse friend, thank you. Oh. Okay. Thank goodness you're here. Dot! You're alive! Boy, am I happy to see you. You know how many dingy corridors I scrambled through trying to find you? It was a lot. Anyway, it's just brilliant to see you. You know, we're not in the best of shape, to be honest. Moonbeard is no longer with us. You saw. He got disintegrated into a skeleton. It was a lot. Humgrumph now rules Mojo from his terrible, horrible palace, which is rudely jammed right on top of Artia Castle. It's said that Queen Chroma is imprisoned in his palace. I see you don't have your sword. You know, I overheard a couple of troops on the way here. They said that they'd taken all your gear to a spot somewhere outside of the book, so I suppose we won't be finding it in Deep Doom. But two things we may find are Violet and Thrash, because I'm pretty sure they're in prison close by. Come on, let's go find them and get the band back together. Hey, BT. Mystery stream prediction, a shiny hunting sandwich challenge. You would be making a shiny sandwich for every Pokemon type, and if you don't catch the Pokemon on that type, you have to make and eat that sandwich. It's a massive challenge, so I'm impressed you're doing it. Look, I would, but like, look, I just ran out of bread the other day, and I don't have time to go to the shop between now and the middle of October, so, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But it's not looking good. If only I hadn't run out of bread. Oh.
Now there were two wretched fugitives.
Oh.
Not a great development.
No. Not a great development, is it? Okay, I know what's ahead. One of Humgrump's data centers. You would not believe how much these cats love their paperwork. Okay. These data centers are crawling with troops. I can sneak past them, though. I'm a mouse. Slinking around is my jam. Article from Push Square. Let me have a look quick. One sec. Sorry, let me find this Push Square thing. Okay, Game Awards Hove. Okay, of course it was hard drive. I'm quickly reading this Jeff Keighley being upset at being called a bootlicker story via Push Square. So yes, Jeff Keighley was defending the price of the PS5 Pro. Hard Drive wrote a story. Sony announced his Pro version of boots for Jeff Keighley to lick. Jeff Keighley on his way home from PlayStation HQ and a truck full of money. And then Keighley responded with, "Show me the receipts." This prompted Hard Drive to capture a video of Keighley's live blog from the PS5 Pro presentation with the caption, "Did you forget to invoice them?" I love when someone's getting wound up about a place like Hard Drive, and they end up being like, oh, how original. Love the site, though. Love the site, though. It's like, yeah, you're not such a fan of the parody being you, are you? Right, okay. Pip is gonna do some stealth through the data center.
Fugitives lay a data center stocked full of wonderful, life-affirming paperwork. Now patrolled by highly competent guards.
You don't get to be the AAA Industries mouthpiece without getting called a bootlicker once or twice.
Sneak through its corridors.
You don't get to charge $250,000 for a trailer to not be called a bootlicker. The music rhythm stealth section kind of Crypt of the Necrodancer-y. It's a neat idea, this section of the game. I'm glad that the tiny mouse also gets a gameplay mechanic. Yeah, it's a funky little beat, isn't it? Oh no, I can go around, sorry. I thought that black and yellow striped space was gonna stop me walking past this way. It's good classic noir spy soundtrack. Oh, I'm sneaking in the data center. Okay, let's look at your... How's the Plucky Squire going? It's going alright. Humgrump the Wizard successfully took over the book. It's now the magnificent Humgrump. He's done a fascism as he wants, as is his decision. I don't like that my life is controlled by other people. I will take control and do a fascism on everyone else. So we are now trying to undo his big old fascism he's decided to do. F the Bard says, hi, I just wanted to say I loved that video you did about Wandering Sun. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I'm pretty happy with it. I want to find time to keep doing those. They might not be... I'd ideally love to do them weekly. Schedule-wise, editing-wise, probably not going to be doable, but alternating weeks might be doable, like on the off weeks of Control-Alt-Access, to go through them. So, like, 2 of those a month. Could be fun, and I enjoyed doing it. Did this turn into Crypt of the Necrodancer? It did turn into stealth action Crypt of the Necrodancer, just like a little bit. This game has a lot of genres going on, and it does them all pretty well. Check you're not... Okay, yeah, you don't have any visibility on the turn. I mean, look, a monarchy's not much better. If you wanna listen to a story where I have control over the story and I literally eat a fucking monarch. I get a giant worm to eat a monarch, go listen to Dice Funk. That's pretty fun. I'm not a big fan of monarchy, but also I can recognize a lesser of two evils situation when literal fascism is happening and go, yeah, maybe in the immediate, we gotta stop this one going on.
The horrid little mouse had made it past the troops. And opened a vent to let his equally horrid associate through.
Oh no, it was explicitly not the monarch.
Not.
You're right, it was explicitly not a monarch that I ate. Terra, I recorded that many months before you heard it. It's been a while. Oh, no. Thousand Young, I agree with you. Monarchy and fascism are not mutually exclusive. But from what we saw of the Plucky Squire prior to Humgrump hitting his reign of fascism, the Queen was at least, like, did not create a multiple miles deep, jail pit to lock up political prisoners. She might have done, but we did not see any evidence that that happened, and therefore I am willing to try and stop the person who we explicitly know did that. Okay, we made it through.
Oh dear. A complete and utter dead end.
Ah, and definitely
there
not...
was absolutely nothing to see over this way.
Are you sure? Definitely not a big button to follow this way. Okay, we found Violet's wand. Cool, let's grab that. I do find the narrator being at the whims of the villain just it's a fun detail. I like how they've come around it. Okay. Right, open up the cell. Oh, I'm in the midst of, as a person that has to work on the internet paying attention to places where gaming news happens, I am in the midst of trying to dodge Zelda Echoes of Wisdom spoilers, because I've already had a couple of people very helpfully decide to tweet me, hey, no spoilers, but there's something really interesting in Echoes of Wisdom that I think you'd want to know. I've already had to dodge a couple of those from people. I'm like, no, please, get out of my fucking mentions trying to tell me spoilers. I know you mean well. I gotta duck and weave left and right, dodge them. Oh, there's Violet. Hey. Oh, another funny dream. Pip and Jot standing there in my cell. Violet, it's not a dream, it's really us. We found to break you out. You're in Deep Doom, Humgrum space. Tara, I'm not gonna say one way or another, but there's only like 3 categories of things that people send me that variety of tweet for. I'm doing my best to not know which of those 3 categories it is. Could be trans rep, could be something else. I don't know. When I get one of those tweets, it's usually one of a very small handful of categories people are trying to helpfully tell me spoilers about. Okay, we gotta go stop Humgrump. We gotta go find Thrash. Sorry, Violet, Moonbeard is dead. We did see him turn into a skeleton. My fault. This is all my fault. Moonbeard thought I could make magic to protect everyone. He was so confident. He almost convinced me. But deep down I knew that I couldn't. I thought I could change my story. I thought things could be rewritten. But in the end they couldn't. It all came back to the same old tale. I let Moonbeard down. I let everyone down. It's not your fault that he got murdered by another evil wizard. Grump. He did the murder. You did not do the murder. It's not your fault he did a murder. Okay. We can still change the ending. Off we go. Hooray, we're all back together. Have your wand. Have your little paintbrush. Off we go.
Now there were 3 of them.
Oh, how dare we?
Could they not just sit still?
Okay, another data center. Time for more Crypt of the Necrodancer. But stealth with a mouse.
Another data center lay ahead of the treacherous trio. The cocky rodent prepared to sneak his way through again.
Oh, I need to make time to check out UFO 50.
Arrogance that would no doubt be his undoing.
UFO 50 sounds really interesting. For anyone who's not aware of it, my understanding is it is a collection of 50 fully fledged games that are all vaguely connected by being sort of about UFOs to some greater or lesser degree. All in this one collection together. It seems like a really neat idea, and I've heard positive things about some of the stuff in the collection. There's more meta to it. Well, if there is more meta to it, I didn't know that much. I was intrigued by what I knew about it. Sorry, I got work messages coming through. I gotta keep an eye on my work messages today. I gotta keep an eye out for this stupid presentation thing I'm doing today. I gotta do a presentation that won't finish until 3 in the morning because time zones, and that's gonna be a lot. Ah! Press the wrong button. That's on me. Okay, this should be pretty easy. Let's redo it. Doing. Yes, NH London says it's more a collection of games for a fictional NES era console. I've heard positive things. I know very little about it. It seems pretty neat. I'm excited to check it out at some point. I'm not in the midst of trying to get on top of other worky bits, because I did not expect to be as busy as I was this work week, but contributing a couple of sentences to a presentation became hosting multiple interactive exercises. I'm like, okay. Oh, too far down. Okay. This, you should be able to walk further along. Okay, we got you into the final segment. I need to step on the switch and I can get out. Aha! Level 2 of Music Rhythm Stealth done.
Once again, the furry little nuisance had somehow made it through. And once again granted access to his dratted colleagues. This outcome was not great, and rather brought into question the competency of the guards and the effectiveness of their training curriculum.
Nice to see a game acknowledge the ineptitude of its own generic grunt guards. Right, we made it past the guards.
If one ran fast enough, one could definitely slip through the gaps of the whizzing belt.
I don't believe you, narrator. I don't believe you. Right, we can't stop the machine from here, but maybe if we can leave the world, we can go find our little stamp that pauses things. Okay, let's get out of the book and see which of our things we can retrieve. Can we retrieve our belongings? Okay. Now the world is all grey and miserable because the story has been forgotten and ruined. Dot, how exceedingly euphoric I am to see you. You seem to have evaded the clutches of the dastardly Humgrump, but your storybook, Humgrump, is still very much has dominion over that, I'm afraid. How weary, stale, and uninspiring the story has become. The life energy it's draining from its pages. Sam discarded your book, placing it here on this dusty shelf. The book no longer inspires him, Jot, and without that spark of inspiration to guide him, Sam may wander into the wrong path and never fulfill his potential. I can already sense him changing. You must reignite that spark of inspiration. You must defeat Humgrump and restore the book's story to one of light, and also get the book back onto the desk. Not sure how we're going to do that one. But first things first, let's get your items and your weapons back. They're down on the desk, in a fortress occupied by Humgrump's troops. Get down there and retrieve them. Right, let's find our stuff. Ooh, big castle to make our way through. Lots of troops. Okay, right now, I have no way of attacking. I'm just gonna have to run away as best I can from these enemies. They're thankfully not as quick as those insects were at the start of the game. Just gonna have to make a break for it. Oh no, fuck. Ah! And put down, not throw. That is on me, but... Okay, and run. Ah! Laser! Okay, I need to get onto the other side of the lasers. Little bit of damage, but that's fine. Oh. Nope, I needed to get through the door. I was not high enough. What chapter is this? Chapter 9. We are right up toward the end. We are in the finale act. It's all getting very dramatic. Okay, let's get through the door before the laser reaches us this time, rather than just being like, we opened the door, that's good. That's a better idea. It'd be impossible for anyone to sneak into this fortress and reclaim their rightfully confiscated possessions. A very insightful, if oddly specific point, Associate Temper. Impossible, you say? Well, just too good, you say? Okay. Sneaky sneak. Okay. Let's try that again. We'll go around the back of the pillar. No, can't go around the back of the pillar, but once they turn forward facing, I can step in front of the pillar and probably be fine. Yeah. They will turn the other way. Aha. Oh, we could have just walked around the back. Aha. Okay. Well, I think I liked my strategy. I liked my approach of monitoring the guard pattern. Okay. Oh. You see nothing. Oh. You did see something. I was foolish to say you saw nothing. You do a sideways turn halfway along that side. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, I was ignoring the whole mechanic of hold the button down to sneak, wasn't I? This is not a... Yeah, this is not a skippable. Yeah, as I said, this was one of the things I brought up with the devs. Brought up when one of the devs was around in stream on Friday last week when we first streamed this, was these mandatory stealth sections are one of the only bits of this game that doesn't have either accessibility options to make it more manageable or the option to skip the non-standard gameplay moment. Not a huge barrier for me, but it's one that's... Yeah, it is a notable difference between it and a lot of the rest of the game. In terms of approach. Right. You almost saw me. That is on me. Oh, the box protects me, okay. I desperately need that 2 light bulbs, for sure. It's definitely a sensible use of my time. Okay. Oh. Did not mean to fall down there. Come on. Okay, yeah. Catch me and hopefully checkpoint me back forward. Yeah, checkpoint me forward. Lovely. I appreciate when a game is sensible enough to checkpoint me forward. What way do I need to be going right now? This way. There is an arrow. It is telling me. Okay, we got something back. What do we got? This is the bomb stamp. Okay, that's a start. Okay, a dynamite performance. You retrieved your first item, go get the next. Yep, so we need the stop stamp and the sword. I think is really the only things we need. Oh, do we need the gauntlet for turning the turning pages? Oh. Okay, I guess we're going this way. Let's get sneaking again. Oh, it's the goddamn beetles again. Fucking beetles. These erratic fuckers. I don't mind so much the stealth sections against the guards. It's the beetles I struggle with, and it's specifically because I understand the design decision between giving them a very erratic, unpredictable, sort of skittery movement pattern to make them feel authentically more like insects. The problem is that makes them really hard to manageably predict and navigate around. And I would say maybe that's the point. They're meant to be a harder challenge, except they're the first stealth you come across. Not, like, you know, if the guards had been the first kind of stealth you came across, and you came across these later, maybe I could see it being argued as, like, a difficulty thing. No, they start with the harder version, the less predictable version. It's a weird choice. Okay, we have our sword now, which means we can fight the fucking beetles. We can fight the beetles now. I no longer have to deal with unpredictable stealth. One of my few complaints. No longer an issue. Hurrah. Jay Morale says, so far I like the game, but I think it'd be more interesting to see something like this, but was more non-linear in regards to combining 2D and 3D world design. Honestly, the closest to that, I think, that I could point to would be, like, Link Between Worlds. It at least had, like, more opportunities for, like, outside of the core progression path in the open world, stuff like that. Okay, am I meant to be coming back this way? Where am I going? What am I doing? Ah, jumping on the dead beetle gives me just enough height. I see. Who is my favorite beetle Pokemon? Relor? Is that the one, the evolved dung beetle in Scarlet and Violet? I love. Not necessarily for its base form, but because the shiny version, rather than rolling around a ball of shit, has found, like, a gold nugget to roll around, and I love that as a, like, oh, hey, this dung beetle reached the fucking jackpot. As a Rabska. Yes, Relor, I think, is the unevolved form. But yeah, fucking, I'm thinking of Relor. I'm thinking of the unevolved form is the one that has the ball. When it evolves to Rabska, it doesn't have the ball anymore. I love Relor, the unevolved one, with its gold nugget rather than ball of shit in the shiny form. I just think that's a really interesting idea. Okay. Aha! I have my mechanics. I love when I get to interact with the gameplay mechanics. I'm trying to think of many other beetle Pokemon. Like Ledian, I suppose you could maybe describe that way. Heracross is a pretty decent beetle Pokemon. Pinsir? I suppose Pinsir, I guess, is meant to be a beetle, yeah. All beetles, interesting, it's never really spoken to me. Aha! And go this way. I've just remembered something about the end of this game that has clicked into mind something that I didn't really process the first time through, and I'm going to wait until we get there to talk about it, but I know I've been describing Humgrumph as a fascist, and I think that's fair for me to have done, this evil wizard we're fighting. I'm suddenly realizing a big part of Humgrumph's backstory really feels like it might be a fucking allusion to Hitler. In a way that I had not considered. We'll talk about it when we get there, but I'm suddenly realizing I'm suddenly realizing something might be a much clearer direct analog to this being Wizard Hitler than I had remembered. And that's only just clicked in my head, and I can't really talk about it until we get there, but, Sorry, I had a thought about this game that the worst kind of thought, where it's like, I've had an interesting thought. I can't tell any of you it, but I'll tell you it at some point. I'm being just the worst kind of streamer. Ah! I don't think I was meant to be going this way. What was I? Where am I meant to be going right now? Back wall here? Oh, depth of field blow was a little too strong. I'm meant to be coming this way. It's way weirder than that, the analog. It's not even just he's a wizard. It's... Look, I'll say this, and maybe some of you will guess where it's going as a result. This game is about a kid who's gonna grow up to be an artist. We are climbing around a level covered in art supplies right now. Maybe you could draw a connection there and guess something that might be part of Humgrumph's backstory that maybe you look at and go, oh, I see. Yeah. Don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there, but, yeah, if I remember right, I believe something related to art is part of Humgrumph's backstory in a way that is, wouldn't be the first time a fascist backstory involved something to do with art. I mean, how much that fascist's backstory actually had to do with art and how, you know, that is debatable, but the way people talk about it, yeah. The tile gauntlets, hooray, we can turn the pages again. I need the stop stamp. I think that's it. I think I just need the stop stamp now. Oh, right. Go down? Aha. Scatter troops, aha! This is oddly satisfying, just dropping bombs on groups of enemies from way up above. I think this is my last bomb, so we're gonna have to make this one count. Then I'm gonna have to actually come down and fight. Oh, this combat system feels so good. It feels really good. Terra, it might be a war crime to throw bombs from above on... well, I mean, they're members of the military. So is it a war crime to bomb another nation's military if you do so ensuring no civilian casualties in a way that we can confirm there? Is that a war crime? It might be. Who knows? I don't know all of the war crimes. I think it would be weird if I knew all of them off the top of my head. Yeah, they are soldiers engaging in a military exercise in a military base. You know. Hooray, we have the stop stamp, we have all the things back, we just gotta get back to the book now. Okay. Can I get something to weigh a thing down? Oh, you're up there. Okay. Okay, tiny little safe spot. Okay, okay. J. Moray Eel says, I'm now thinking about how reality warping magic would be used to violate the Geneva Conventions. Well, I think step number one would be get rid of the Geneva Conventions. Just, if you can warp reality with your magic, just make there not be Geneva Conventions anymore, would be like step one of not breaking the Geneva Conventions. Oh. No, thank you, laser. Get down, down, and out. Oh, oh, interesting email. Ooh. A neat, interesting accessibility email. Just what I needed. More work to sign myself up for. Hurrah! I love saying yes to giving myself additional work to do. It's one of my favorite things. Oh, Artisan, have a good night. Rest well. Okay, I think we're nearly back to the book now. I think this is right at the start. The book was this way? I think this was the portal back up to the book. Yes. Yes, this was the one. Okay. Oh no, the storybook is fading! It's a frozen tome, it's a forgotten book. Everything's going bad. We must return the book to the desk, it might get some of its energy back. How can we get it there? I know one way of getting it off of this high shelf and back onto the desk. Currently, it's mostly on top of the bookshelf, but what if we flip it over? Right, now we can get back to the book. Okay, the book is going to thaw out slightly, now it's back on the desk. Let's get in and save our friends and the world. Hello, Thimba. It's good to have you, quote-unquote, finally here. Oh, there we go. Page down. Now we can get back into the book with the page frozen. Oh no, I apologize for the direct link not working. Did I do something wrong with the link? I'm now... Oh, is it because I did the direct link without the www dot in it, and that's making it play today? Oh no, it's Twitch's fault. Okay. I love Twitch. I love when Twitch functions as a website that I have to use for work. Okay. Let's get going. Let's go find Thrash. We've got a world to save. Oh, it's Minibeard. Hurrah! What are you doing down here? Came to help you out. There's some head-scratching areas ahead. Minibeard speciality. What was your realization, Thimba? What did you realize? We've been staring at this gate for ages. It's not going to open. But without a key, it won't. You had one around here, I swear. Where's it gone? Been packed up in one of those big yellow crates in the other room. You could go try and get it. Oh no, I'm not heading in there. That broken pipe's leaked slime everywhere. It's slippery and gross. If someone sees us, they're going to pin the whole mess on us. You can bet your last rationing token. A troublesome person's there standing right there. That one's got a sword. Oh, it's one of them gate thingies. They open when lots of associates get slain. I'm not entirely sure that's a good sign. You are surrounded by the gates that open when I murder all of you. A design flaw in Hungrup's design, if I am to be fair. Okay, we got metal crates being stored here. Okay, let's go find our words. And there's a portal up there we can't get to yet. Heartless traitor had eradicated the 3 poor creatures. That's another word for the collection. We'll grab that in a minute. Okay. I need the word broken, I think, from over there. So let's start this way. We need 3 boxes would be a good start. Oh, the 2 large metal crates. The 2 large 3 metal crates. Yeah. Okay, let's look at this from the outside. I'm trying to get to that platform on the left. Right now, the thing I can do is... I can get the 2 platforms over there, but I need a 3rd platform. Okay. Diamond doesn't help. We could make the... I genuinely don't remember how to do this puzzle. Let's have a look. I can make the head of the villain, the bust of the villain, into metal. I can make 3 busts of the villain. There was a 3 bust. No. I can make this metal. Oh, is 2 sliceable as well? That's... That would explain it. I was trying to make it into 3 boxes, and I was like, ow, that's not where the gap is. You're right. There's another gap. It's here. 3 large. Okay, so if I... I haven't played Lost Word Beyond the Page. Baba Is You is the thing this reminds me of in terms of these mechanics. Not like one-to-one the whole thing, but at least for the word combination mechanics stuff. The changing sentences to change the rules. Baba Is You is brutal. This is children's Baba Is You, and I honestly prefer it. Oh, I need one of those. I need one of those to stay at the other end. Right, let's try this again. That's why we need 3, is we need... You need to keep this one here. Should get us the broken word that we need. Okay, and then we should be able to blow them up. And there's the key, and just for good measure, we will blow these up. If there's anything good in them, no. Come on, are we nearly ready to rescue Thrash? Can't be that much farther, can he? Can you break the statue? Probably. Let's go try and break the statue. I assume it's probably going to be a piece of one of the bits of concept art in there, I would imagine. Can I do it this way, or do I need to make it metal to... Okay, yeah, it was a bit of concept art. Good catch. Let's have a look at this one. An exploration of the mood of the desk when Jot is first kicked out of his storybook. I do enjoy the little snippets of dev text on the, with the... the concept art. It is a nice little. It's halfway. It's a little bit of like a director's commentary in with collectible concept art. It's a nice idea. It's Thrash's drumsticks. Right, let's grab those. Go rescue Thrash and be done with this place. Let's go defeat Humgrump. Yes, we are pretty near the end. I'm confident that probably within the next hour to hour and a half we will be done with the game. I'm fairly confident. Which means I will have time for a nap before my stupid 1 AM to 3 AM meeting. And then I can head to New Zealand and or Australia and play Zelda on Wednesday. Hey, Thrash. Yeah, it's... I would say like 7.5 hours to do like an average playthrough. Maybe closer to 8 hours if it's not your first time playing. Maybe closer to 9 or 10 if you are really completionisming those concept art pieces. It's not a hugely lengthy game, but it's charming as all heck. And I am super okay with more games that are shorter, that I can complete in like a weekend, that feel like everything that is in that short runtime is very polished and like, yeah, I had a really good time with that. There was no filler in there. Okay. We're all okay, hurrah. Who's gonna stop the Mojam crew? No one. Let's do the thing. Do you have any other games in line for the next streams? Echoes of Wisdom for a bit. From all accounts, that might be... maybe 8 to 10 streams? From all accounts, from the vague rumblings I'm hearing, 8 to 10 streams maybe. Depends when we finish that and how close it is to the thing the mystery stream in mid-October. Yeah, that Zelda game where you play as Zelda is, like, days away. Yeah, Dragon Age is coming up at the end of October.
Now?
I'm hoping there's some time for some one-offs in October during Spooky Month.
This was really just too much.
I don't know what they would specifically be, but like I'm hoping that between Zelda and the mystery stream, and between the mystery stream and Dragon Age, that we'll have like a little bit of time for other bits in between big on-running things. Right, let's try and buy these last couple of upgrades if we can. You called it. It's Half-Life 3. Half-Life 3 is the mystery stream. How did you know, Thimba? How did you know? Alright, give me one moment. How did you know? Oh, there we go. Ew. There we go. Hurrah. Right, onward. Okay. We shouldn't be here. Sorry about that, guards. Chaos. The BT, I honestly think all of those things you've said about the mystery stream game, based on trying to guess the opposite, the opposite of that thing. I think all of your points are correct about the mystery stream game. I think all of those are correct observations about the mystery stream game. Oh, we are having incredibly lazy attempts at people being shitty in the YouTube chat. It would be offensive if it weren't so fucking nothing. Yes, today's attempts at we're so gonna get you is you're a bloke and you smell like yeah you got me there. Oh, vicious tear down. Timber says, I just realized the song Forever Young is now 40 years old. Would you say that that song is maybe not forever young? That song wishes it was forever young. Oh, you've got Forever Young stuck in my head now. God, it's catchy. No, there's no quicker way back. I was hoping to use this portal to speedrun my way back in, but I think I'm just gonna jump my way back. Ah, we have new gameplay mechanics here. Meta magic pipe. That green stuff has the funniest properties. It can pop things right out of the book, and even transfer them from page to page. Something about pressing pages against each other to transfer things. How curious. Mayhaps there will be a useful way to take advantage of that element, that aspect of the book. Okay. Pop back a page. Before I do this, I wanna blow this up for its little bonus thing. Because I'm about to make it really tricky for myself to get to that scroll if I don't grab it first. There we go. I'm about to shut myself in. Actually, I want to look at that piece of concept art. That piece there, down the bottom. First explorations of the key art for the game. This feels more like teaser art than key art. This art features the working title of the project. That was going to be called Storybook. Off the page into adventure. That's a very solid piece of key art in terms of, like, it tells you everything you need to know. The storybook character is able to escape the book and explore the desk of the child whose bedroom it is. Like, that 100% captured the game's core mechanics. Cannot deny that. Right, so that pipe is over there and we want it over here. We are going to close the book entirely, and it swapped which half of the book it was on. Haha. Onward! Oh, this puzzle. This fucking puzzle. This fucking puzzle. This new mechanic of swapping which half of the book different elements are on really goes from 0 to 60. I think this is one of the only places in the game where a puzzle mechanic doesn't gradually ramp up and it kind of goes introduced to suddenly quite difficult. I mean, it's late in the game. It's not the worst place for something like that. So, we can only have one of these doors open at a time. Okay, so that's one. We gotta get this big block onto that switch. But, as you're about to see, that is not so easy, because I can tilt the book, but I can only tilt it left and right, so I can't just get the block to slide down this way. But I can flip which half of the book the thing appears on. So what I'm going to need to do is slide it down, and then I think shut the book. Then I need to switch which of these blocks is which, so that this... Oh, no, I don't think I needed to do that, actually. I think it's too large to slide through this gap, so I think it is actually fine as it is. Maybe. We'll see. I think I might have overcomplicated this when I did it before, so I want to slide this block it won't slide. Okay, it will. Now, this is the mechanic that took me a while to get. There's bomb symbols on these switches that we can use to slide this around. Now, where do I want this to be? I need to look at the size of the book to work out roughly where the 50% point is. I think I need the currently red lower right thing down so I can slide all the way along to the end of there and then slap it over to the other page, I think. Well, I might need to use an entrance from a different page to get where I'm going. I don't think I'll be able to run back to this portal, because when I switch this, oh, I can activate the changing thing from... Oh. Yeah, no, I did completely overcomplicate this when I did it myself. Yeah, I completely did not register I could just use this to change the, the thing. Yes, as I say, I very much overcomplicated this, it turns out. Oopsie, tee-hee-hee, silly old me. Right, so I think now... Oh. I don't slide it. Oh no, okay. I can't lift that page without it sliding back, so we swap the patterns again. Slam that page down. Haha. Yes, I did a solution that involved running back and forth between two portals on two different pages in order to complete this the first time. Okay, we've got one more data center, so another little mouse escape mission.
The third data center lay ahead of the band of miscreants. Once again, the wretched rodent prepared to scuttle through. However, the guards would now certainly apprehend their prey, having recently undergone extensive training in their core competencies.
Yes, and I definitely won't just sneak past them yet again. Definitely not. Yes, now there are little switches I can step on to make the guards fall through trapdoors. Okay, half done. Okay, the first two are the easy ones. I need to take just 2 direct steps up. No, I need to do it on the other direction. There's a different direction I need to do it. Okay. That last one I need to make sure I stop and think for a second about which direction the guards are going. And actually move to the right. I need to actually do the movement and not just think about doing the movement. Slightly too late, slightly too slow on the movement, but yes, that was the right one to be doing. Okay, I should just D-pad this. I keep not stopping. I need to stop and assess the direction on that last one, because the default timing when I'm about to get there puts me on the wrong track. I need them to be walking towards their... Yeah, walking towards their respective switches. There we go. See, I know what I'm doing, I just need to get my head in the game. Oh yes, this last room. Watch for the guards locking the laser and move in sync with them. It's when you step on that switch, that's when I'm safe to cross. Last one falls in. Oh, I think we're done. I think we're done with the music rhythm stealth.
Well, what a great load of good all the guards' training had done.
Yeah, real stormtrooper levels of effective guardery.
From getting past and granting access to his chums. The troops would surely be commending each other for their flawless performance. From the bottom of the pit into which they would soon be banished.
Hooray! Let's continue. Can I afford that last thing you're selling? I need like 100 or so inspiration to get there. The narrator's only being a meanie because the wizard rewrote the book. Like, the The narrator cannot help the genre of book he has been placed
Band of
within.
botherers emerged.
Band
and
of
laid their
botherers.
eyes upon their undoing.
I see a very sparkly portrait there.
A very solid, very closed iron door.
Oh, with a retinal scanner, you say? Whatever will I do about that? Okay. What am I going to do? How about... press the page of the book that has Humgrump's face against the page that has the scanner? That might be one of my favorite uses of this mechanic in the whole game, is
iron door.
put the painting on the face scanner by closing the book. It's so obviously the thing that mechanic is built to do. It's great. Aha. Okay, last little bit of combat. Please give me some of those light bulbs to buy that final upgrade. Okay. We can make it to the surface if we can fight our way out of this room. Then we can go stop Humgrump, finally. Yes, if only he hadn't painted his eyes to be photorealistic depictions of every detail on his retinas, then maybe he'd have been okay. His attention to detail, his demanding nature was his undoing. Right, what state has this world been in while we've been in prison? Surely Humgrump couldn't have done that much
made
bad.
their
while we were
traitorous
gone.
ascent towards the surface. The elevator cable proving annoyingly reluctant to snap. And so they arrived at the surface. And with uncomprehending awe in their traitorous eyes, they gazed upwards to see the monumentally majestic Palace of Humgrump.
Yeah, you talked about, like, oh, you're looking to restore the monarchy. Yeah, he has. It's not like the monarchy went away. He has also made himself a monarch in a palace with a crown. So we're getting the less fascist monarch back instead of the current, worse, more fascist one. Okay. What's Humgrump's deal with plastering his logo everywhere? It's so garish. Oh, dude really loves that mark, huh? What's it supposed to be anyway? I thought it was an axe head, you know, something sharp and nasty. Really? It's got to be an H for Humgrump, right? No. No. It's neither of those things. The design, it comes from events in Humgrump's past. Yeah, do I remember correctly this? If I remember this correctly...
Young Humgrump fancied himself as a poet.
Oh, he's a poet. Okay, an artist of some...
Oh, butterfly, why do you fly?
Not what I thought, which
Butter,
was an artist.
Fly, flitter, butter, 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 flitter, butter, flew?
I mean, it's still pretty fucking close to the thing I was thinking, which is he wanted to be a creative type of some kind.
He sent his poems to all the publishers in Mojo, but he was rejected.
He was unsuccessful in his artistic career.
One.
He
vowed
faced a
never
lot of
to
artistic
release
rejection
another
for his artistic craft.
into the ungrateful world.
And
His anguish would eventually
his anger at not
transform
being able
into
to be
rage
an artist
that would propel him towards his ultimate destiny.
made him angry enough to go right-wing and then fascist.
The symbol of his rejection would become the symbol of his vengeance against an unjust world.
I can think of at least one other fascist that kind of reminds me
of the humble butterfly.
He is so upset at the failure of his artistic career that he has made it his symbol is, I wrote a poem about a butterfly and no one liked it. Now, the butterfly will be the mark of fascism. Well, he must have been a sensitive soul, so not able to get over his rejection. Why didn't he just, you know, try and get better at writing poetry? Everyone's rubbish at their art at first. He was too proud for that. Better to blame the world than try and improve himself. He has torn down the world that rejected him and created a new one of his own design. Yeah, no, because earlier in today's stream, when I remembered that his symbol was a butterfly, I was looking at the symbol and remembered it was a butterfly. Didn't remember it was poetry. In my head, I thought it was art, and I was like, would have been even more on the nose if it had been art, like drawing related art he'd been rejected on. But I think the point stands that it's you were rejected in an artistic pursuit and then went full fascism, I see. Right. Let's go fight Humgrump.
Aha. So... finally, here you are.
Dum dum dum. Ow, very ominous. There we go.
I have been observing you.
Yeah, this book got a little creepy. I do not blame the child for not enjoying the book anymore. Thimba says, incredible Twitter news. Now the block button will stop people from engaging with you, but people will still see what you say. I'm going to be honest. That's kind of how the block button worked already. I mean this in the sense that if someone wanted to see what you were saying and you had them blocked, all they need is an alt Twitter that isn't blocked to look at your tweets from and not engage with them. Like, the block button never stopped someone who wanted to see your tweets from seeing them. At least this way, it's being a bit more fucking honest about what the block button actually achieves. I say this as someone who is, like, I am very aware of this. The block button does not stop anyone who wants to see you from seeing you.
What a journey you have been on.
Oh, here we go.
What challenges you have overcome.
I have overcome challenges. Thank you for recognizing the hard work we put in, Humgrump.
What fears you have confronted.
Ah, yes, Thrash's fear of snakes. Oh, no, thank you. It's full of snakes. Oh, yeah, you don't like snakes, do you? Anyway, we gotta get through this. It's just Humgrump trying to psych us out. It's not gonna work. Come on, Fatog! Look at you, Thrash, overcoming your fears, not letting Humgrump use them to paralyze you and stop you progressing. Feeling brave enough to go see the end of the game. Hell yeah. Cool, summon as many snakes as you like, Humgrump. I want all these little light bulbs. I want to get that final upgrade. I haven't bought it yet. I need to hit 120 light bulbs. Run! Okay, you confronted snakes. Well done, Thrash. Okay.
And yet, all your efforts have been for naught.
I disagree. I think our efforts are being quite productive, honestly.
You are under the impression that you might stop me or do me harm.
I mean,
but that is impossible.
I mean, you might be right.
For I am unstoppable.
You do control the book, and in theory that does mean you have unlimited cosmic power. But also, you keep saying that, like, things are impossible, and then they turn out to be possible, and you're just, like, getting the narrator to lie, so I'll be disheartened. So, like, this seems like that same sort of...
You see...
kind of pathetic...
I, Humgrump, now control the
blabbery.
Book, and so control our reality.
But clearly you don't control it as strongly as you claim, Humgrump, because if you did, you would just go... and Jot was imprisoned in a cell that was literally impossible to escape from, and then he died. He stayed in that cell until he was dead.
Controls the very fabric of reality.
Like you, I wouldn't have got this far if there weren't limits to your power. Like, demonstratively, the fact I've gotten this far means that, like, your unlimited cosmic power might be limited. The BT, Humgrump is in charge of the book now. The author of the book, Ian Arthur, he's an Arthur, did not write this version of the book. Humgrump just decided to be this way now. Limited, unlimited power. Yeah, let's step through the door. Let's go fight him. The BT, look, I get what you're saying, but also it is made a point by the drum and bass wizard, I forget his name, drum and bass wizard, makes a point to Violet that there is a degree of free will that exists within this setting, regardless of the fact that they exist within the confines of a book, and that they do still, as soon as meta magic was introduced to the situation, they do have the ability to change, the ability to course correct. It is suggested that at this point Humgrump has free will that he could use to go, no, actually, this is maybe a step too far, and he doesn't. Like, you do not get to get magic that shapes the shape of reality and make the decision of what shape that reality would be while being able to rewrite the very laws of existence for yourself. And then go, yeah, but I have no control over this. It's just how it was written. It's like, no. Oh, I hear a step upon my floor, the stepping of feet of traitors 4. Look what crept right through my door. Yeah, here's the thing. If he truly had no free will, then he could not have changed the fate of the book. Like, the whole point where he pushes Jot out of the book for the first time, He demonstratively, he reads ahead in the Plucky Squire, sees that he loses, and makes the decision to prevent that future from happening. Demonstratively, that means he has free will. Like, once he becomes aware of the nature of existence, he is no longer bound by the... Like, he is no longer on a fixed path through this. And he makes the decision to use his free will to chase power and be a fascist. Okay, we're gonna take this land back. Oh, I see. Well, if the mouse says so, then I will have to give it some serious consideration. Okay, I've seriously considered. The answer is, that's seriously not happening. The BT says he is Frankenstein's monster. It's revenge against his creator. It's not, though. Because... Okay, let me turn this sound down, because I'm going on a tangent here. Humgrump can leave the book. He has allowed his army to leave the book. He can create tanks that can exist outside of the book. He can make explosives that can exist outside of the book. He has magical reality warping powers that can function outside of the book. He can demonstratively leave the book. If his quibble is with his creator, he could leave the book and go track down E.N. Arthur, and attack him with his army of explosive-laden tanks. He could go and fight his real-world creator, if that was what he sought. He does not do that. He instead punishes and subjugates the people of this world who are not the creators of his narrative, are not the people who created this situation for him, who are innocent in the creation of the story. Like, he is not going after his creator. He is using the knowledge that he had a creator to justify subjugation of others. I would argue it's more akin to someone going, I'm going to subjugate others because I'm angry at God. I'm angry at God, therefore I'm going to subjugate others to reclaim some... Like, I'm told that I'm living my life by God's design and that God has created a path that my life will go along. Well, I'm going to do some evil shit to either say fuck you to God or to prove that I have free will and to prove that God can't stop me. That's essentially what he's doing, is going, if God exists and has preordained my every move, he either approves of what I'm about to do, or I'm proving he can't control me by doing this. There's my little tangent. It is very much, rather than go after the creator that I am angry at, I'm going to use the creator's existence to justify my own shittiness. Okay. Well, I'd say that this story ends here. But not the tale about me, oh no, that still has many magnificent chapters still to be written. Rather, the one about the preppy proteges of my wonderful brother. Among them, the Plucky Squire. Didn't you used to be somebody? You were quite the starring character around these chapters. Funny how things can change, from hero to has-been in the turn of a page. I will so enjoy giving your tale, all of your tales, a fitting ending. Your youth, your entitlement, your potential, it'd be a pleasure to end that potential right here and right now. I will burn you alive just like I did. Just like you did. Aha, fast asleep. Nap time for the grumpy baby. Oh hey! It's Moonbeard! He's not dead, or at least he's back. Hooray! How we get back? I thought you were gone. The BT, I was gonna wait until he said it, but yes. He's literally gonna say it in a second. I was pretty sure it was Curtains for old Moonbeard too, but it was not so. Yes,
a
he's
little
literally come
twerp
back as
hump
Moonbeard the White, I
zapped me
know.
and vaporized me into a cloud of ink.
Oh,
All rather undignified, I must say.
rather undignified indeed.
In my cloudy form, I floated wispily through the room until I finally landed on a sheet of ultra-absorbent kitchen roll. And through a little magic, found myself reformed.
Yeah, that's how Moonbeard got his form back. It was magic that you worked on with Violet, the potion of rebinding. Yeah, he's now Moonbeard the White because he got sucked into some fucking kitchen roll. What's with the new look? Ah, you know, it's a funny thing. When I was reformed, the pigments in my ink were dissolved, leaving me utterly colourless. I'm classic Moonbeard no more. Now I am. Here he says it. Moonbeard the monochromatic. He's not Moonbeard the White, he's Moonbeard the monochromatic. Why has Minibeard got a colourless look too? Did he also go through all this? No. Nothing happened to Minibeard. He was out roller skating when this all went down. I think he changed outfits a minute from who we go to coordinate. Roller skating! It was really quite a trek from that sheet of kitchen roll back to this world. Good old Paige. Anyway, I'm back now. Okay. You control reality itself, space-time. Don't worry, we can probably take you on. Haha, time for the multi-phase boss fight against Moonbeard.
The Mega Eagle. It seemed rather annoyed, descending upon our heroes with
He's
a
transforming
combative
into some
cry.
of the previous bosses, and now we're gonna fight
Thrash twirled
with
his
our party
drumsticks
members again.
and got ready to
Let's see how I do
rumble.
at the music rhythm section. Let's see how it goes. My degree of rhythm entirely depends on the fucking day. As someone who was once a drummer, I should have rhythm. I focus. It's the doubles. I forget we're doing the doubles. We move from the offbeat to the halfbeat, on the beat to the halfbeats. Wish I didn't have to redo the whole segment to get one more go at the nut bit, but come on, I just gotta get good. Okay, I'm putting the second headphone on so we can focus.
Thrash dusted himself off.
I need the music
fight
to be the
once
focus.
more.
I need it on both sides. Let's go. Also, I'm suddenly realizing I've got my fucking glasses. I'm so good at remembering that I have glasses that I wear when I'm gaming in the evening now. I'm so good at remembering to wear my glasses. Look at me. The problem is you got someone with ADHD, you see. Where I have to remember to wear my glasses, but I also have to... I have ADHD, you see. Okay, here we go. Crow King, you're not wrong about the difficulty spike. The music rhythm one, I didn't think was too bad in that regard. The Violet doing Bubble Bobble, but with magic spells, that's the one I almost skipped. That would have, if I was going to have skipped one of them in the final phase, it would have been that. Okay. There we go, there we go. Ah, there we go, there we go. Not 100%, but pretty close. Okay.
Violet readied her wand.
Yes, if there's one I might skip, it would be
time
this one.
To get
If
magical.
I skip one, it'll be this. Ah. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. Already, come on. Okay. I'm going to try not to give up, but I think this is already a losing battle, this attempt. I know I can do it. I did it in my own time. It just took a good number of attempts. It's one of those...
Violet dusted
If
herself
I fuck things up, I'm
more.
not great at the logic of how to unfuck things. Where I should be putting things to not create future problems. Already screwed up. Okay, yeah. I'm panicking, I need to just calm down. Okay. I'm already doing better on this attempt than I was on the previous. Ah, fuck. Okay, we did better. We improved. Progress.
Violet dusted herself off
Breathe,
and arose to
relax.
fight once more.
Panicking isn't going to help. It's not going to get me any faster. Okay, I need to remember that putting more pegs on the board isn't necessarily better. Doing it faster but putting them in inopportune places is not as helpful as a few very carefully done ones. And the places where they're going to make other things fall off. I need to remember that. Like that. I shouldn't have let myself get hit by the bomb, but it was better placement. Oh, lovely. Okay, took a bit of a hit there, but it's fine. We can make do. Yes, cool. We slowed down, we were more precise, and we tried not to aim them unless we were going to hit something that was going to bring a bunch of stuff down.
Annoyed.
Okay, punch out
Just
time.
prepared for a dust-up.
Okay, can I do tricky punch out? Look at him lying about which direction he's going to dodge. Ugh. Yeah, don't worry about the regular punches. Only hit him if you can get a counter in. So much for the tolerant left indeed, Terra. How dare. I've never heard of the paradox of intolerance. Oh. Okay. Don't dodge too early in case. Come on. Ah, so close, so close. So close. I was like one punch away. Okay, okay.
Jock dusted himself off and arose to fight once more.
Yeah, I don't like the veins at the end either. Okay. Oh. I need to remember that he might actually dodge the way he's claiming to. Okay. Okay, this is a bad run. But if I just don't get hit, it'll be fine. No, okay. Softex says, where do I get a veiny furry costume? I don't think that's a question you want to ask the internet. Because I'm pretty sure if you googled that, you would find people who make veiny furry costumes. But I would imagine only veiny in, like, one specific location would be my guess. I haven't even gotten the headpiece off. God damn. Oh, I agree, Terra. In canon, it's a form change, not a costume, but... yeah. Okay. Okay. I know I can do this. This is easier than the bubble bobble. I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna have a drink.
And arose to fight once more.
And breathe. I don't need to get myself all beaten up out of shape. If I dodge too early, I can let go and re-dodge. If I haven't seen the commit animation yet. Don't look at the health bar, that's just going to make you overconfident. Then we can pause to reset the heart rate. Stay calm. Not get too overeager as if I'm doing well. There we go. Okay, cool. Done. You can put up a good fight, little whelps. But I was merely playing with you. Time to get serious. We definitely shouldn't be concerned by this. Gooey pod. Thanks, Salty. Oh, that is gross. Yep. The game's end here. My transformation is at hand. I cannot stop it any longer. This silly little book. It was never enough for me. I have grander designs, the outside world. That is what I now desire. I will seize everything out there. Now burn this little book to ash. Ah, he's going to do a genocide, I see. It is time to finally fulfill my potential. You know, with the power of warping reality, you could have, I don't know, created a world in which everyone thinks your poems are good. Like, that's an option you could have done. Okay. Okay, he's left. He's jumped out into the real world. I gotta finish him myself, because I'm the only one that can go and follow him and finish this. Let's go do it. Haha. It's time. Against this fucking monstrosity. It's okay. We've got our friend the little rocket to help. I love it when a final boss of a video game suddenly changes its art style. It's like, haha, I have different art for this fight. Okay. It's a pretty neat final boss, honestly, all things considered. Oh, hey! Jot, what's with the giant horrible butterfly and the rain of explosive green fireballs? I mean, it's quite exciting. Is it time to save the galaxy once again? Alright, let's do this. We're getting back the side-scrolling shooter jetpack. But fear not, whoever it was that got vertigo from that previously. We're bringing it out into 3D. Okay. Oh god, he is if the old lady, the SpongeBob old lady who's just a face and a spine became a butterfly. Fuck. I dislike that. I dislike that that is so correct. Mucky Mucks asks, is this a Game of the Year contender? Difficult question. For me, it's definitely going to be up there. I don't see any world in which this is my quote-unquote definitive Game of the Year. But if I'm talking, like, top 10 list at the end of this year, I think there's a very real chance this ends up on a top 10, if I do one. I don't tend to rank my top 10. I'll sometimes say this is, like, Game of the Year, and then this is, like, my other 9 that made it up the top, but I don't worry about ranking them that much. If this were released in a year where Astrobot hadn't come out a couple of weeks earlier, probably would have helped it. I think it being placed between Astrobot and Echoes of Wisdom is tough competition to be sandwiched between. I think there are really interesting things this game does, that set this apart. I personally have a much better tolerance than a lot of people seemingly for a bit of early tutorialization, and I don't mind its short length. I think this is an incredibly memorable game I will remember for a long time to come. I would like to give it some kind of nod at the end of the year in Game of the Year stuff, but I don't see any world in which this is like big game site gives this Game of the Year over other things. But I think as part of the, at the end of the year, what games do I want to go, I think these games are the best games from this year, I think this deserves to be in that list. Hopefully that answers that question sufficiently. Oh, why is my chat stopped scrolling on this side? There we go. Oh, phase 3. Okay, come on. Hey, Gurkman, I'm doing well. How are you? Ah. Okay, come on. Hopefully this is the last time we're going to get the shield down. Ah, oh, shit. I missed the tennis ball. Fuck. Alright, failed to crack it. Come on, give me another shot. Okay, yeah. Come on, come on. Okay, last wave. Down and around. Get the eyes. Get the tongue. Get the eyes. Okay. Oh. GG, everyone. Oh no! His little one snapped and now he's got to fight a T-Rex. Rocketing raspberries! That butterfly was a real mean specimen. The galaxy is heaving with weird old creatures, you know. But you gave that one a right good pop. Blastingly brilliant job, the both of you. You're shaping up to be quite the intergalactic heroes. Now, young warrior, best return to your home planet. Home we come. Oh, where's my portal? There it is. Hi, everyone. I did it. Hooray. The staff has been destroyed, he's banished. He can go reflect on things. Good riddance to you. Thanks, Muriel. Hurrah! The BT, I can see your perspective. I disagree. I think a final boss that I beat on the first try, but get down to like 1 or 2 health multiple times during the fight, I think that's perfectly acceptable, particularly for a game that is like clearly not trying to be Dark Souls. It's trying to be, you know, there's a little bit of challenge, a little bit of obstacle in your way, but like ultimately it's you overcoming a story. Like, you know, for me that's not a negative. Because here's the thing, a big long final fight like that, big climactic moment, sometimes losing that just feels like, oh, you killed the pacing. Sometimes I just want my big climactic final fight to have its pacing of being the surprising final moment. To each their own. Anyway, the Humgrump's troops have scattered, the wizard's dark powers are dissipating. Hooray! We saved the day. I'm proud of you all. Let's get out of this creepy place. We have a land to rebuild. Like, for me, this is a comfort game. This is a game I played this for like, review, and then replayed it on stream.
And so,
it's not a game I'm coming back to for challenge.
Army,
it's a game I'm coming back to because I feel cozy.
The land of Mojo. And brought peace back to the land.
I just want to have a nice little gentle time and be like, I had a fun adventure. Wasn't that lovely? That's what I'm here for.
Was restored to its former glory. And the people of Mojo came from far and wide to gather at the town. Celebrating their freedom with a marvelous party. Taking a break from the revelry, Jot noticed something.
I'll be honest, I don't think this was fundamentally any easier than Mario Odyssey's final boss. They felt about the same to me.
He made his way over there to investigate.
Ah, yes, this. Okay, the legendary Plucky Squire. Yes, who are you, mysterious figure that has been watching everything unfold? It's time, Tim! We meet again, Jot. You remember me, don't you? The last time we met was in prehistory. You were maniacally dodging lava bombs, as I recall. I believe I may have mentioned I'm a time traveler. What I didn't mention is that I'm actually from your future. And in that future, I'm the main character in a series of books, just like you. Quite popular books, I must add. With very lucrative merchandising tie-ins and brand integrations. It's Sam's book that he writes in the future because he's inspired by the Plucky Squire. I came back to your time to watch you and your friends on your historic adventures. You didn't disappoint. The way you showed that Humgrump what for. Utterly sensational. I've also come to give you a message from the author of my books. He wanted to let you know that you, Violet, Thrash, Pip, Moonbeard, have all been a great inspiration to him. When he doubts himself and needs to be brave, when he knows that what the right thing to do is, even though it's hard, or when he needs to think of a creative way out of a tough spot, he remembers the Plucky Squire and his friends. I think this is genuinely very sweet as an ending. Is like, hey, your like little story adventures led to someone being inspired to make art of his own, and he wrote a story about a time traveler who could come back and tell you, your book meant a lot to me. And that's just conceptually very sweet. Now that I've said what I needed to say, I've seen what I wanted to see, I must be going, until we meet again, Plucky Squire. Somewhere in the time stream. Aww. Isn't that sweet? There we go. So many people want to talk to us, thanking them. Making it sound like we're heroic warriors or something. I mean, you did save reality from fascism. I would rather live in a world with colour, like this one.
Oh, jump!
The BT says, mystery stream prediction, the Time Tim game, which is a sequel to the Plucky Squire. Yeah, they really rushed development on the sequel. What are we going to call the story about this adventure? The story about fixing the Plucky Squire book.
Yeah!
What will that be called? We'll find out in a second. This was actually the Plucky Squire and the Warriors of Mojo. And then you get to see all the kids' little sketches of Time Tim. Look at it. I love this as a thing. It's cheesy, it's corny, I'm here for it. Is this a British game? Because Time Tim seems like a Time Team reference. This is a British game. Sometimes on the desk you see like one penny coins. And they're like the new modern version of them, so you know they're like actually British. Let me turn this down a little bit. Turn it down just a couple %. But look at this. It's an adorable game, this. It is one that has very quickly found a soft spot in my heart. I could see myself replaying this every couple of years just to have a wholesome little time. This is indeed probably the second most British game of the year. Ah. It is indeed over, but you know, sometimes a lovely thing can just be lovely and be in the past, and that's okay. Am I streaming Sony tomorrow? Yes, there is a PlayStation State of Play tomorrow at 11 PM UK, which is about 10-15 minutes later than now, 11 PM UK. I believe it's about half an hour long. I will be streaming. The plan currently is half an hour before that at 10:30 UK. I will come live. We'll make a bingo board together. We'll hang out and stream the State of Play. And then Wednesday, I will be back streaming Echoes of Wisdom, I think is the plan. It comes out on Thursday, but as long as I take a flight to Australia or New Zealand, I can start streaming it on Wednesday. Do I have an opinion on the Majima pirate game? Yes, it's everything I could have wished for and then more. It's perfect. Put it in my veins. How did it take us this long to get that game? The only thing wrong with it is it's not called Like a Pirate. Why the fuck wasn't it called Like a Pirate? There's my thoughts on the pirate game. I'm glad it's only coming out in February. That's not that far to wait. That's already Game of the Year 2025 contender for me. And I'm glad that it's getting English VO, I believe, at launch, if I understood correctly. There's also Sonic Central as well. When's the Sonic Central? Tomorrow is a busy work day. I don't know how much time I have to wedge another thing in. Depends when it is. Softex says, before you rush off, I need a quick opinion. I feel like I want to buy a Steam Deck. Is this a bad time to do so? Give me a second for, like, the credits to end here. 12 PM EST, 5 PM UK. Maybe. Someone, like, tweet me, like, tweet me so I remember to add it to my calendar. I'll have a look at what's going on in it, and maybe I can make it work. Is now a good time to buy a Steam Deck? So, here's some thoughts about the Steam Deck. I think it's a pretty good balance right now for, like, performance and price point. I think if you want to be playing PC games in a handheld form factor, there are other choices that, like, you might get a bit more oomph for your buck out of, but they're going to be... they're going to feel more obviously that you're using a handheld PC. Stuff like the ROG Ally, very nice handheld. It is a Windows touchscreen handheld, etc. Like, I think the real big benefit of the Steam Deck is it's good enough performance to run, like, a decent number of modern 3D games while having the Steam Deck user interface, which is really nice. It's pretty good at letting you forget that it's a Linux machine and just be like, yeah, this is just a handheld. I think in terms of, like, longevity, it's probably going to be supported pretty well by developers, at least until the Series S stops being relevant. Whenever next-gen Xbox in, like, 2 to 3 years comes around, maybe you'll start seeing games not scalable well to be on Steam Deck, but as long as the Series S exists and is, like, one of Microsoft's supported platforms, you will see developers making an effort to make sure their games are scalable enough for the Series S, which means they'll probably be scalable enough for the Steam Deck, so you'll probably get at least 2 or 3 more years of modern AAA releases will run okay enough on Steam Deck. I'm not saying it's a don't. I'm trying to be as in-depth as I can. It also depends, like, I want to give, like, as much context as I can. I don't foresee Valve, like, replacing it with a newer, updated, more powerful model anytime soon. I think that they really like where they're in the market in terms of price, performance, and having just, like, one SKU that they can tell you if it's verified for or not. I think they really like that, and I think they want to keep several more years going of it. I really like the Steam Deck. I think it is the most comfortable of that format of handheld. It's the one I most enjoy just, like, navigating the user interface on, as someone that owns multiple of them. I would keep in mind that there is probably the Switch 2 we know is releasing sometime between now and, like, March, April, May of next year, sometime in that 6-month window. That is a handheld gaming device that might change what the price proposition of the Steam Deck feels like, but honestly, I think if you're thinking about getting a thing that plays PC stuff, I would say the Steam Deck is the smart choice. I think as someone that like didn't play a lot of PC games because I didn't want to be sat at my PC desk, the Steam Deck infinitely made me so much more willing to play PC games. And the kind of stuff I want to be playing on a handheld is generally the kind of stuff that runs great on a Steam Deck anyway. I think now is certainly not a bad time to buy a Steam Deck. And if you've been saving up for one, I would say pick one up, they're great. Have a good time with it. Soft takes that... Look, if someone's asked me for, like, advice on what's your opinion on whether I should spend a lot of money, I wanna do my best to give, like, I don't just want to say yes or no. I want to be like, here's context, and hopefully something in this mess of words makes you decide. Because I can't decide whether it's right or wrong for you. I can just tell you a lot of bits of information about how I feel, and hopefully one of them helps you go, yeah, I should do it, or no, I shouldn't do it. No worries, always happy to help. Luna Likes Lady says, I don't do Windows and can only think of one game I've had trouble with on Linux/the deck. Like, I'll be honest, the primary reason that, like, I default to playing stuff on the ROG Ally rather than the Steam Deck is mainly because, like, the Steam Deck's big downside in terms of, like, the handheld PC gaming space is that I can't access Xbox Game Pass on it. I do really like on Windows handhelds being able to just access my Game Pass library and play my Game Pass games. If you're okay with not accessing Game Pass and just accessing Steam, I think that the Steam Deck is, for most people, the smart... Like, it's what I would recommend most people pick up. I think it is the smart one to pick up for most people. Yeah, hopefully that's helpful. I'm gonna wrap this stream up because I, in 2 hours, have to host a meeting. I've got to do a meeting from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. tonight. And use the Steam Deck as a little PC substitute. You can, but it runs Linux, and there's no Game Pass access on Linux. The Game Pass app just doesn't work on Linux, it's a Windows app. But you can, say, put it in a dock, put it up on your TV, connect your controller, and, like, use it that way. You can use it like a Linux desktop, but, like, there's no official support for the Epic Store. You can use something called Heroic Launcher to kind of get Epic Game Store stuff to run. Really, you have to think about the Steam Deck as a machine that plays Steam games. You can trick it into running stuff off Epic. You can trick it into running EXEs you get off of GOG or, you know, itch.io. You should think of it as a Steam games machine. Oh, Luna Likes Ladies, there is no way to natively run Game Pass games on the Steam Deck. Trust me, I tried a lot. Yeah, like, you can play Game Pass games on there if you have a good internet connection and you don't mind using, like, xCloud or, like, streaming from console. Like, there are things, but, like, natively downloading your Game Pass games on it, you can't do. But unless, like, that's your use case you're looking for, if you're happy with just Steam Deck's the one to get. Right, as I said, I'm gonna go wrap up now. I'll be back streaming on Wednesday. I hope you have a nice couple of upcoming days. I'll be back tomorrow for the State of Play presentation stream. Maybe for the Sonic thing, we'll see. Wish me luck with my very late night, very scary meeting. Have a